So this is the USA 14ers project that I've been working on, an interactive map, where if you click these and it tells you a little bit about each of these 14ers in the various different states. There are 4 states in the US with 14ers. So in this video then I'll be going over how I made this project, the steps that I took to gather the data, to display the data, and then to make it into a website like this that looks nice and is able to filter the data, like so, in a fun and interactive way. So then the first thing that I had to do was collect the data, and I tried USGS and other various sources. The best source happened to be Wikipedia, actually, because they laid it all out nice and neat and publicly, and because it's publicly available data, then it was all accurate, which I was able to check by checking a couple of key mountains that I know, like Mount Whitney, Pikes Peak, and other ones that were accurate. And so the first thing that I did was I put it all into this spreadsheet right here and then edited the data so that it would work in ArcGIS, which is the next step. Fortunately, all the locations were correctly formatted, because that's the hardest part, but then I had to format the elevation and the mountain peak and the rank so that they would all work in a CSV file to be imported into ArcGIS. This step is pretty simple, just have some filters to check and make sure that it's all running right. But as you can see, all the mountains are above 14,000 feet in this, and most of them are in Colorado. So then the next step of the project was creating layers with it. So I have these 2 layers. This is a base map that I used, the topography map, because it's mountains. So then this displays some of the mountain ranges as well. And then I added this states layer on top of the topography map so that you can see the area of study, which is the USA, and then I made it transparent in a light color so that you can see the topography behind it. So you can see all these mountains right here in Colorado, for example, are in this large mountain range. You have these down here in this mountain range, and then over here in California you can really see the outliers well. There's one up there, and then there's these down here, this mountain range, and then another one in that mountain range as well. So it makes the map much more usable if it has transparency with it. So then this layer is imported from the CSV file and then edited and stylized with ArcGIS so that it has the pop-ups to go with it. And then once I have it in ArcGIS, then it becomes simpler to use the apps feature, which is right here, to create it into an app, which is this step. We go through this whole process of building the app, and so I settled on this way, and I made the little sidebar right here where it has these buttons that you can click to display different heights of mountains. So like these are the tallest mountains, and then these are the next tallest set, the next tallest set, and the next tallest set, and the shortest set. And then once it's in there, then once it's published, then it becomes its own website like this, where you can click the different buttons and it'll show the different areas. You can show just the states that have 14ers like this, and then you can show the elevations as well. So that's my project that I've been working on for these last 2 weeks, and I hope that you enjoyed as much as I do. The link will be down in the description below.